Prediction markets crossed $50 billion in 2025 volume as frequent small trades drove the sector's growth. The important shift is that millions of repeat users, not only a handful of large bettors, are scaling the market. For viewers tracking prediction markets topped, the useful read is the pressure point, not a broad market mood. The confirmed headline centers on Polymarket and 50 billion, while the first practical question is what it changes for retail traders. The second number to keep nearby is 20 billion monthly, because it shows the scale or timing that makes this story more than a label. That keeps the opening simple. The event is real, the consequence is specific, and the next step depends on the evidence that follows. Early 2026, data points to more than $20 billion in monthly volume, with Polymarket posting $25.7 billion in March 2026 alone. 2025 volume exceeded $50 billion. Sports led categories with $10.1 billion in Q1. This context matters because the story is not floating on rumor alone. It has a clear status, a known actor, and a measurable anchor. The second confirmed piece is how the event connects to Bitget Wallet and operators, which narrows the story from general crypto noise to a concrete market or user effect. The card-level baseline uses 1.29 million wallets as the supporting signal, but the script treats that number only as far as the evidence allows. Nothing in this baseline should be stretched beyond the stated facts. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Growth is coming from user behavior. More logins, more topics, and more small trades across sports, politics, finance, economics, and crypto. In plain English, more taps per day can scale market activity. White label tools help operators enter faster. That mechanism is why prediction markets topped is more than a headline. It tells viewers where the pressure travels, through access, liquidity, policy, user trust, custody, or settlement depending on the story. The mechanism also explains why retail volume and small trades matter more than a broad price reaction. If shift markets changes position, or if new markets appears, the mechanism gets a clearer stress test. Operators need deeper liquidity, white label tools, and reliable market resolution systems, while regulators face a larger retail trading category. Retail traders now dominate the volume base. Regulators must address a larger user category. The affected side is therefore not every crypto holder in the same way. It is the group closest to Polymarket, the product or market connected to Bitget Wallet, and the users who must act on the changed condition. For retail traders, the practical concern is tied to 50 billion. For operators, the pressure usually appears through access, cost, timing, or confidence. That is why the practical consequence matters more than a generic bullish or bearish label. Volume does not solve the trust problem. The unresolved issue is whether outcome resolution can keep pace with more user-generated markets. Resolution trust has to keep up with growth. User-made markets will test dispute handling. This scene is the guardrail against turning an incomplete story into a prediction. The confirmed part is the event and the supporting facts. The unresolved part is the follow-through, whether the response, approval, recovery, liquidity, policy step, or user behavior actually appears. The open item is best summarized as resolution trust, and it should stay separate from new markets until a fresh confirmation point appears. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The next signal is whether platforms keep growing after sports and politics, and whether new resolution systems handle faster market creation. Track resolution systems. Trust decides whether volume survives expansion. For prediction markets topped, the clean close is to track the signal that can change the story rather than guessing the final outcome. The path from users to resolve is the simplest way to follow the next phase without adding unsupported claims. If that signal arrives, the market or user effect becomes easier to judge. If it does not, the story remains constrained by the current confirmed evidence.